Hey everybody, we are back with Junie B has a peep in her pocket. Last time we ended at chapter 2, so we're going to start on chapter 3, pictures. The next morning, Mother called me for breakfast. Good morning, said Mother. Good morning, said Daddy. Good morning, I said. Roosters can peck your head into a nub. Daddy put down his coffee cup. Excuse me? I pointed to my head. A nub, I explained. A nub is a teensy little knobhead, and roosters can peck your head into one. Mother looked strange at me. What in the world is this about? I did a big breath at her, 'cause I don't even know how I can be any clearer on this subject. A nub, a roundish ball-head knob. And do not tell me that roosters do not peck you, on account of we had pet day at school, and Meanie Jim brought a rooster to room 9. And that boy is a rooster expert. I looked at her. Plus, also, you said Uncle Billy's rooster was mean too, right, Mother? Remember that? Mother looked frustrated at me. Then she put her head on the table, and she didn't come up for a real long time. Finally, she peeked her eyes at Daddy. Now what? She asked, kind of quiet. Maybe it'll blow over, said Dad. I shook my head. No, it will not blow over, I told them, 'cause roosters do not listen to reason, and so there is nothing we can do about this pecking situation. Daddy rubbed his eyes. Could we please just change the subject, he said. Yeah, only not talking about a nub will not make it go away, I said. And so, that's enough, Daddy said very growly. I quickly stopped talking to them then. But even after we changed the subject, nubs kept staying on my mind. That day at school, Miss told us to draw a picture about our trip to the farm. She said to make it a colorful picture of what we wanted to see there. I drawed and drawed, plus also I colored and colored. When all of us got done with our pictures, we sat in our chairs in a big circle, and we told each other about what we drew. My bestest friend named Lucille went first. She drawed a picture of a pink flamingo. Flamingos are my favorite animals, she said. That's because pink is my favorite color, and flamingos are pink. And I have a pink dress that will match them perfectly. So that is the dress that I'll be wearing on the field trip. She wrinkled her nose real cute. Pink brings out the natural blush of my complexion, she told Miss. Have you ever noticed my satiny smooth skin? Miss looked and looked at that girl. You're a fascinating child, Lucille, but I'm afraid there aren't any flamingos on a dairy farm, she said. Lucille looked surprised. So where are they then, she asked. Well, flamingos can be found a lot of places, said Miss. South America, for example. Lucille shrugged her shoulders. So fine, we'll just go there instead. Miss said for Lucille to please sit down. Just then, Polly Puffer springed out of his chair. Look, teacher, I drew a catfish, he said. You see his whiskers? My brother said catfish whiskers are so sharp that they can slash your finger to the bone. Miss made a sick face. Yes, well, thank you for sharing that, Polly but we're not going fishing. We're going to a farm, remember? Polly Puffer looked upset. Yes, my brother said that there are lots of catfish farms around here, and so that's the kind of farm I think we should... No, Polly, no, said Miss. We're going to a regular, plain old farm with regular, plain old farm animals. Polly Puffer did a mad breath. He said the word big whoop. After that, Polly Puffer had to stand in the hall. Miss did some deep breathing. Please, children, please. Did anyone in room 9 draw a picture of a regular farm animal? Anyone at all? That's all I'm looking for here, just a regular old farm animal. I did, Miss, I yelled real excited. I drew a picture of a rooster under a tree. Oh, Junie B, thank you, that's perfect, she said. I holded it up so she could see it. See it, Miss? See how pretty it is? Miss looked at my picture. Oh, yes, that's a very nice tree, Junie B, she said. But why is it lying on its side? It crashed over in a rainstorm, I said. Oh, said Miss. Oh, dear. She looked even closer. But I'm afraid I don't see the rooster, honey. I pointed there, I said. You see his foot under the branch? He did not get out in time, apparently. Miss covered her mouth with her hand. Just then, a girl named Charlotte hollered, I hate that picture. That is a terrible picture. I crossed my arms at that girl. You would not say that if your head was a nub, sister, I said. Meanie Jim laughed real loud. Then Miss said for all of us to take our chairs back to our tables, and we did not show any more farm animals. Chapter 4, Cockily-doodle-doo. On Saturday, Mother came into my room. She said we were going shopping for clothes for the farm field trip. I looked up from my coloring book. No, thank you, I said, on account of I'm getting a fever that day, so I won't actually be going to the farm. Mother laughed. Don't be silly, she said. Then she picked me up and she carried me out to the car. Yeah, only here's the problem. You are not respecting my wishes, I said. Mother laughed some more. I promise that this will be fun. I did a huffy breath. Whatever, I said. Whatever is a grown-up word for that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. And guess what? I was right. Shopping was not fun at all, because Mother kept on making me try on clothes I didn't want. First, she made me try on a shirt with the checkery squares. Then she made me try on overalls with big, giant pockets. Plus, she tried a bandana around my neck, and she put a straw hat on my head. I looked in the mirror at myself. What do you know? I'm a cornball, I said. Only too bad for me, because Mother said I looked cute as a button. And she thought she bought those clothes anyway. Plus, also, she bought me a throwaway camera at the drugstore. After we got home, I started to color again. Mother hanged up my new clothes. Do you want me to show you how to use the camera for your trip now? She asked. No, thank you, I said, on account of I'm getting a fever that day, so I won't actually be going to the farm. After that, Mother did a big sigh, and she closed my door. She let me color in peace. I got tricked, because on the day of the trip, I told Mother I had a fever, but that woman did not even take my word for it. Instead, she took my temperature. And so what kind of trust is that, I ask you? No fever, she said. Then Mother dressed me in my farm clothes, and she drove me right to my school. We pulled into the parking lot. Oh, no, I said, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, because the bus was there for the field trip already. It was already parked at the curb. Believe me, Junie B, said Mother, you are going to have a great day. Then she got out of the car, and she pulled me to my teacher. Good morning, Junie B, said Miss. Don't you look cute today? I felt my forehead. I'm ill, I said. Miss smiled. I love your straw hat. My head is a flaming fireball, I said. Miss bent down next to me, and your bandana is absolutely darling. I'm burning to a crinkle, I told her. Crisp, said Mother. Whatever, I said. After that, Mother lifted me onto the bus, and she handed me my backpack with my lunch and camera. She waved goodbye to me. I did not wave back, because my hand did not feel friendly. Just then, my bestest friend named Grace came running to get me. Junie B, Lucille and I saved you a seat. Then she grabbed my arm and she took me way in the back. I sat down next to Lucille. No, said that Grace. That is my seat, Junie B. She quick pulled me up. So where am I supposed to sit then? I asked. And Lucille pointed across the aisle. Right there, silly, she said. You're sitting right directly across from Grace and me, so it's almost like we're sitting together, except you will be separate. I sat down. But there's nobody to talk to over here, I told her. Just then, that meanie old Jim jumped up from the seat behind me. Me, you can talk to me, he said, very laughing. Then he leaned into my ear and he hollered, cock-a-doodle-doo, right into my eardrum. Too bad you're afraid of roosters, he said. Roosters can tell you're afraid, Junie B. Ask anybody. Roosters always peck the scaredy heads first. No, they do not, Jim, I said back. You are just making that up. Probably. And anyhow, if roosters peck people's heads off, all the farmers would have nub heads, only they don't. So there. Ha, ha. Jim raised one eyebrow. Are you sure all farmers don't have nub heads? He said, kind of spooky. Are you? He did a grin. Why do you think that farmers wear hats? Jim leaned closer to cover up their nubs. That's why, he whispered. After that, he lifted up my hat and patted my head, and he cocky-doodly-dooed all over again. All right, so we did 2 chapters today, and we'll do the next 3 chapters on Thursday, okay? I hope you enjoyed reading this book. I miss all of you guys, and I hope that you're having fun learning at home.